Recently, it took us about 8 or 9 months to be approved with an API with IRS. And so if it's been, let's say 6 months, 7 months, and they want a quick update, they can certainly reach out to our staff, then put in a support ticket. At that time, in about 1 to 3 business days, we'll come back and we'll say, hey, we looked up your transcripts. This is what the IRS is saying.
Hi, everybody. Jose Luis Morales here. Welcome back to another episode of the Morales Group Show. Today, we have a repeat guest. His name is Josh Zaglowski. He is one of the co-founders of a company called ERC Specialist. And today, Josh is going to be covering with us how long does it take to receive the employee retention credit, and how long does an ERC refund take, and then how long does an ERC refund take to receive. Before we get into the video, if you are interested in seeing if you qualify for ERC or how much approximately you qualify, go to erchelpnow.com, erchelpnow.com, and you'll receive that information. Welcome back to the show, Josh. How are you?
Always great. How are you doing?
Doing good. Thank you for asking. So one of the questions that I get quite frequently is how long does it take to receive the employee retention credit?
So yeah, let's go over a quick timeline. Timeline is, customer goes on our website, spends 5 or 10 minutes per EIN. We don't ask for a credit card or anything to give us information about their business, what they did during the pandemic, all that kind of stuff. Then we're going to ask for some documents. Usually that takes the customer, it could take, 20 minutes. It takes about 20, 30 minutes to do, but sometimes the customer, doesn't have this stuff, or they forget about it, or they get busy, and then it could take 2-3 weeks, but that's up to them. But anyways, right when we get the documents is really when our relationship starts. In other words, it takes us about 2-3 weeks to go through and sift through the documents that they send, and then to calculate how much they're approved for. Once we get that amount, let's say it's $232.42. We then give them the option to DocuSign the documents in order for us to file. Once we do that, it then takes 6 to 8 months until the IRS sends out the money. Now, have I seen deals getting filed the exact same day and 4 months later, another client's getting a check and the other one's still on hold for 8 months? Happens all the time. I can't control how the mailroom works at the IRS, but we do send it off at the same time. But we tell everyone it does take 6 to 8 months. If it comes in 4 months, then we look a little better, and so does IRS. So yeah, that's kind of the timeline on this whole program from the start to the finish.
Okay, so from the time that you guys get the documentation to actually see the exact amount, 2 to 3 week time of processing time, depending if they submitted a complete file. And then from the time that you guys actually know how much they qualify for, could take up to 6 to 8 months. That's out of your guys' control. It's basically just dependent on the IRS, basically, their mail room department. That's cool. Okay. Anything else that you think that would be helpful for somebody wondering what the timelines are as it relates to ERC?
One thing is recently it took us about 8 or 9 months to be approved with an API with IRS. And so if it's been, let's say 6 months, 7 months, and they want a quick update, they can certainly reach out to our staff, our support team, then put in a support ticket. At that time, in about 1 to 3 business days, we'll come back and we'll say, hey, we looked up your transcripts. This is what the IRS is saying. This is the way everything is kind of looking. So we do have that access, which not a lot of competitors have that by any means.
So you guys basically have the capabilities to give almost very fast responses as it relates to what's going on with
we see what the IRS sees. So if you're going to call in an 800 number to the IRS to get an update, we have that update.
I love it. Great. Okay. So for our viewers out there, once again, if you're looking to see if you qualify, visit erchelpnow.com. And also, if you're looking to see approximately how much you qualify for, visit erchelpnow.com. Thanks again, Josh, for being on the show, and looking forward to having you on more episodes.
Thank you.